Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone had a great Monday morning. Okay, let's kick off with the analysis. Um, First things first, just putting it out there. So this analysis we had on gold, it's currently playing out really, really good. I am targeting the the high of Friday, early morning Friday, and then obviously coming back towards this massive area over here. You can see just below this area we have a massive volume area. Okay, so that's why this is one of my take profit levels, my second take profit level. Just below it actually, 2658, and then just above it, we have this low volume area here on the left hand side, okay, that I'm also looking at because you could literally see how we react off of the low volume areas, okay. And you know what's the joke of everything? This is the same exact analysis we had for the past 2 weeks that gave us a bit of like an upwards battle, an uphill battle to say the least. Um, but the most important thing is I didn't change anything. I'm not changing the way that I trade. I'm not jumping through strategies. Okay. Because you will have weeks like the past 2 weeks that we had. Okay, that's super important. I really hope you are taking notes. Because once you start jumping in between strategies, that's you are literally one step closer of being a failure, being part of the figures that state, listen, traders, most traders, they fail, because their risk management, their psychology of trading, it's not in place. Um, so yeah, exactly the same analysis that I'll keep on doing for the rest of my life until there's something better and that I understand truly, like I understand this. So yeah, just a really beautiful trade. Barely went into the drawdown and just a nice upwards move. Okay. Now I have entered into 7 trades. Okay, usually I'll only enter into 3 or 4 trades. I've entered into 7 trades off of this guy. And with my first 2 trades, I got out at take profit one, and I have 3 trades whose stop loss is just above the entry price at 2632. And then my other 2 trades, their stop loss, I moved upwards to 2624. Okay. So just managing, working with that stop loss, because I am expecting a bit of a retracement towards this level again and then a bounce. But I'll see. Okay, sometimes we'll just push upwards immediately until at least Friday's high volume area, or even this high volume node over here as well, or even also to the Monday high volume area. Okay, so just waiting patiently for this trade to play out. Really satisfied with the analysis, to say the least. Um, so yeah, this is still my overall analysis. I'm still quite bullish. The reason why I'm so bullish is just look at the reactions. If I just quickly remove this and then yeah, let me hide this one. Okay, so you'll see that we look at the reactions off of the high volume area, the value area high for the previous week. Okay, which is this black line, the literally like um the roof of this high volume area up here. Okay, look at how we react off of this price level. Okay, beautiful reactions, really beautiful reactions. So that's why I'm still really bullish. I'm liking what I'm seeing over here. So if I can see perhaps in another push down towards this level, then that's also a really nice area to see a new retracement and then a push to the upper side again. Okay, so really quite simple stuff on gold. Nothing too serious. And I'm feeling quite positive for the remainder of today to be quite bullish. Okay, now let me just, why can't I get anything up here? I just want to remove, there we go. Just want to bring in all my drawings again. Okay, I can bring that up here again. All right. So yeah, beautiful reactions off of this price level. Really beautiful stuff. Now jumping to the next market, which will be Brent crude. Okay, yes, I wanted to see that retracement back towards this nice support level this morning. Okay, I want to see that reaction off of the high volume area, the point of control back towards the support area, and then again a bounce. But overall direction, I stayed upwards. I stayed bullish on Brent crude. But the market's not being like, it's not moving too nicely. Not really a clean move to the upper side. Because just look at all of these weeks. Okay. So really happy that I rather looked at gold than Brent. They're still quite bullish on Brent crude, but I'm not going to focus on it. Okay. Gold is still pushing up really nice. Okay, jumping to Bitcoin. Okay, again, I also wanted to see a bounce off of this point of control for the previous week. And I don't know if you remember, but every time when I speak about when we come towards this point of control, we do tend to have a bit of a rangy price action because there's a lot of orders being filled, and a lot of big players getting into the markets and also out of the markets. But we are seeing that nice little bounce of this price level. And that's really what patience does because you could have gotten into a trade over here, but I really waited patiently for the market to push back towards point of control and just wait for a beautiful reaction. Okay, and this was actually the cue for me. This beautiful red candle over here. It's a bit of a candlestick pattern that I would love to enter off of, especially off of point of control. And this trade is just really running also into my favor. I've already reached take profit one on this trade. And you can also see we are starting to build up some volume over here. And if we continue higher and build up even more volume, that would also be really, really great and push us back towards Sunday's high volume area. Then I've reached all my take profit levels on my Brent crude trade as well. Okay, so just beautiful price action overall. It's quite a lovely day to be back in the markets. Um, Especially if it's the first trading day of December, and the first trading day of the week. Like this is just a beautiful Monday, to look at these type of reactions and just wait patiently for the trade setups to form. Okay, looking at Ethereum. Okay, we also spoke about this long week that it reacted at this price level. That's not a coincidence. And then we saw that push back towards this level. Again, not a coincidence. And we also saw nice little reactions off of this price level for a little push to the upper side. I didn't focus on Ethereum just because this long week scared me a little bit. Jumping to XRP. For those XRP holders, we draw a chart pattern, just a rising wedge. And I said to you, I'm not a fan about chart patterns. And this is just a good example. Because usually when we do have things like this, we get an up push, retest, continuation. Yeah, I still believe. Chart patterns does work for most of the people, well, for some people. Not one of my buddies are chart pattern traders, so that's also not a coincidence. Just a nice downwards push and then upwards again. But it's quite messy. It's really messy down here for me. So I'll just stay put on XRP as well. Okay. Doge, I'm a bit in the red on Doge. I bought in at I bought in on Saturday afternoon. Okay. At the 0.41900 level. Market pushed up really nice, and then we came back this morning like with extreme pace. But I'm still really bullish up on Doge. I see a reaction off of this high volume area and then a push to the upper side, potentially targeting this high over here. Okay, so I'm just going to wait patiently on Doge. Trading alternative coins, alternative cryptocurrencies, is really just all about patience. Jumping to Euro USD. Okay, we wanted to see that push back towards the point of control for the previous week, which is the price level with the highest amount of volume actively traded. So I want to see that push to the downside to look for a reaction and then a nice upwards move. I didn't get that. Actually, really quite ugly price action as well. We had a bit of a range, almost making equal highs. Okay, and also almost making equal lows. Okay, so not the most beautiful price action. So I'm just going to wait for this guy to do its thing. GBP USD, we want to see a reaction off of this price level, which was a previous resistance and that we used as support. And now we use it again as resistance. So if this could push downwards to look for this low to be taken out, that could be really interesting because then obviously it aligns with our Euro USD analysis to also see a bit of a downwards push towards the point of control area. And then perhaps look for a nice little bounce off of this price level. Okay. So yeah, also just being super patient, waiting for the trade to come to me and not chasing any unnecessary setups. USD JPY, we spoke about two scenarios. Okay, we spoke about that we might sell off immediately, we might continue downwards immediately, or we might see a bit of a retracement, okay, towards this nice little low that we use as resistance, and that we use again as resistance. We also spoke about the 200 exponential moving average that acted as resistance. I want to see that retracement back into this area. We didn't get that, almost got it, and look for the trade to the downside. But this is also the cost of patience. And usually when you see these type of things, it makes you to, yeah, it actually influences you to actually take the trade in the next, well, in the future and not wait for the setup to form. Okay, I'll always wait for the setup to perform. I'll always wait for the market to push back towards this area because this would have been a nice little sell. Stop loss I would have placed just above the highs on the resistance area. And then take profit one would have been this low. And then take profit two would have been the high of the high volume area. And then take profit three would have perhaps looked at the low on Friday. And then you could have placed also a take profit four for an average 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Okay. But yeah, this is the cost of patience. But just look at what patience does. Okay. So currently my risk to reward ratio is not aligning because usually when I target lows like this, I want a fixed risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. And currently it is 1 to 1.49. So if we got that retracement back into this level, okay, and then we saw this nice little candle, which is an engulfing candle. Okay. Look at what my risk reward ratio becomes if I target the low. Okay. Super, super important. So yeah, waited patiently, didn't get entered. Market did have a bit of a sell-off, but also quite a bit of range of price action going on USJPY. So overall, it's quite a good day for the commodities, but not so good for the cryptocurrencies, but not as good for some of the Forex pairs. Also, look at the reaction of the previous week value area high that I dragged out to the right-hand side. Okay, again, seeing a reaction. We might actually not even come back down. We might work through this area, use it as support, and then push upwards. Okay, that could also happen. That could also be quite interesting. Okay, but I would rather take this trade again than looking for this trade. But this could also be a nice little scalp with a really tight stop loss. So let's say we do break through, we do get a nice reaction. My stop loss will be quite tight. And then I would target that area again. Again, look at that risk reward ratio. Okay. All right. So it's quite a good session. Was quite a good session, to say the least. It's like a trading session to trade. One of the best Mondays that I've seen for commodities that we've actually been getting correct this time around because last week we looked at a buy over here, okay, and then we pushed upwards, but we first got stopped out and then we pushed upwards. So exactly the same analysis. Okay, but thank you so much to everyone who joined. It is much appreciated as always, and I will see you then tomorrow afternoon for the New York pre-market analysis session. just quickly tomorrow. Yes, I will then see you for the New York pre-market analysis session. There will be a London pre-market analysis session hosted by our other analyst, Ernst Mare. So yeah, please be sure to join there. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your Monday afternoon and yeah, be blessed.